Hey everyone, I'm MC Miner and welcome to today's video. I'm super excited to be here with you all because today we're checking out something totally wild I've been messing around with in Minecraft. I've taken two awesome mods, Cromta solo leveling and From the Fog, and mashed them together to create something insane. I added Herobrine into the solo leveling world. Yep, you heard that right. The creepy legend himself is now stalking me while I'm trying to level up, fight monsters, and survive in this epic mod combo. I've been having a blast playing this and I can't wait to show you what it's all about. So grab your pickaxe, get comfy, and let's jump right in! First up, I'm going to walk through a cool recipe I've been using a ton in this mod setup. Then we'll talk about what Herobrine's bringing to the table in this crazy solo leveling adventure. Okay, so let's start with the recipe for one of the handiest items in the solo leveling mod, the mana crystal. This little gem is key to keeping yourself going in this world, and it's super easy to get once you know how. You don't craft it traditionally, though it's a drop you snag from monsters inside the gates. But here's the tricking to make the most of it. You'll want to use it in the shop system. So when you're in game, press the O key to open the menu. That's the default key I've got set, but you can change it if you want. Once the menu's up, you'll see your stats and a bunch of tabs. Hit the shop tab with a left click, and there you'll see the mana crystals you've collected. To sell them for cash, just right-click the crystal in your inventory while you're in the shop screen and boom, you've got some money to spend. I usually grab a basic sword with that cash right away. Click buy on the sword option, it's yours. It's a simple way to gear up fast when you're starting out. No fancy crafting table needed, just some monster hunting and a quick menu trip. Now that we've got the recipe, or well, the way to use those mana crystals, let's talk about what Herobrine's doing in this solo leveling world. If you don't know, Herobrine's this spooky figure from Minecraft lore, like a ghost or something that messes with your game. In the From the Fog mod, he's not just some mob you can punch out. He's more like a shadowy stalker who pops up to freak you out. Normally he waits 3 Minecraft days before showing up, but I tweaked the config file. Super easy, just open with a text editor and change the spawn delay to 0. So he's on me right from the start. And oh man, does he bring some wild powers to this mod mix. He can follow you around, just staring from a distance, and then vanish when you turn to look at him. Sometimes he'll leave creepy signs with messages like, "I'm watching," or drop random stuff in your chests when you're not looking. He's even got this trick where he'll chop down trees, leaving them leafless, or build weird little pyramids out of mossy cobblestone. If you're in a cave, he might mine blocks near you just to mess with your head, and trust me, it's freaky hearing those pickaxe sounds when you're alone. But it gets crazier when you make him mad. If you build his shrine, stack 2 gold blocks, slap a netherrack on top, and light it with flint and steel, he goes full on aggressive. That's when he starts burning stuff down, taking your torches or turning them into redstone torches. He'll even stop you from sleeping by breaking your bed or scare you if you get too close. Pair that with the solo leveling mod, and it's a whole new level of chaos. In solo leveling, you're already dealing with gates popping up, portals to dungeons full of tough monsters like goblins, golems and orcs. You've got to level up by fighting them, earn XP and boost your stats like strength, vigility and intelligence. Herobrine showing up in the middle of all that. It's like he's taunting me while I'm trying to survive these dungeons. Imagine you're swinging at a goblin boss, barely hanging on, and then you hear footsteps behind you. Yep, it's him just standing there, watching. It's nuts. So let's break down how this all plays out in game. When you spawn into a new world with both mods running, you'll get a solo leveling pop up right away saying you've leveled up. That's the mod kicking in, turning you into a with players. You might start anywhere from level 1 to 5. It's random every time, which keeps things fresh. Meanwhile, Herobrine's already lurking. I was punching a tree to gather wood and out of nowhere I see him on a hill just staring at me with those glowing white eyes. I turn around and he's gone. It's creepy, but it's also kind of cool because it adds this extra layer of tension to everything I'm doing. Then, a message pops up in chat. Gate has opened x100 x200. That's my cue to gear up and head over. I grab my sword from the shop using those mana crystals I mentioned, and off I go. But here's where it gets wild. Herobrine follows me. I'm running to the gate and I spot him sprinting across a field nearby, only to disappear again. It's like he's daring me to keep going. Once I'm inside the gate, it's all about fighting monsters to level up. The solo leveling mod doesn't let you gain XP from regular overworld mobs like zombies or skeletons. Only gate enemies count. Speaking of skills, the solo leveling mod has this cool system where you can pick a job after doing some quest. I went for the fighter class because I love swinging swords. You unlock it by finishing a job quest. Takes you to a dungeon where you fight waves of enemies and then a dude named Ignis, the Red Knight. Beat him fast and you get better job options, but I took my time and still got fighter, which works for me. It gives me skills like a power buff that boosts my damage for a bit. Perfect for taking down bosses. Meanwhile, Herobrine's out there adding his own flavor. After I lit his shrine, he started getting bolder. I came back from a gate once and my little wooden shack was on fire. No proof it was him, but I'd bet my last mana crystal he did it. Another time I found a sign in my chest that just said, "Leave, chills man." The gear in this mod combo is awesome too. Solo leveling shop has killer weapons like the Kasaka Venom Dagger. It's got blight and paralysis effects when you hit stuff. I dual wield it with a Night Killer sword which does piercing damage, and when I swing both effects kick in. Super satisfying. You can buy these with money from selling mana crystals and they don't lose durability in combat, which is a huge win. Herobrine doesn't add gear, but he messes with what you've got. I left some torches around my base to keep it lit, and next thing I know, they're all redstone torches. No idea how he does it, but it's creepy and cool at the same time. Makes me wonder if he's jealous of my shiny new sword. The gates themselves are a big part of the fun, and they spawn randomly. You've got to track them down based on coordinates in the chat. Inside, you're fighting mobs that match your level. Goblins at first, then golems, orcs, and tougher stuff as you grow stronger. If you don't clear them in time, they break, and monsters spill out into the overworld. I had that happen once and Herobrine was there just watching the chaos like he was enjoying it. The bosses drop runes sometimes. Little items you right-click to learn skills like my dash. Pair that with Herobrine's antics, and every trip feels like a horror movie. I was in a golem dungeon smashing a boss and he built a mossy cobblestone pyramid right in the middle of the room. Didn't help me fight, but it sure looked spooky. What's up folks? Haven't hit that subscribe button yet? There's no better moment than right now to join the crew. I'm pushing hard to get to 500 subscribers, and every single one of you makes a real difference. It's free, quick, and your support means more than you know. Hop on board, join the squad, and let's smash this goal as a team. Solo leveling gets wilder. Around level 30 or 35, you start finding old keys from bosses. Collect 3, and a gate might take you to face a monarch. Like the monarch of beginning, this tanky giant. Beat him, and you can become a monarch yourself with special skills. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm grinding for it. Herobrine though, he doesn't care about my level. He's just as creepy level 1 as he is at level 50. I saw him watching me sleep once. Couldn't use my bed until I broke it and placed it again. Total jerk move, but it keeps me on my toes. The mobs in solo leveling are awesome. Goblins with clubs, orc shamans with magic, even ice bears in red gates that trap you until you win or die. Herobrine doesn't fight them, but he adds his own vibe. I was battling a spider boss that webs you up, and he extinguished my candles mid-fight. Pitch black webbed and freaking out. Thanks man. The mod's still updating too, so new stuff like high orcs and dragons might show up soon. I can't wait to see Herobrine react to a dragon flying around. Maybe he'll build a pyramid on its back. So what do I think of this mod mashup? It's a blast. Solo leveling gives you this epic RPG adventure, leveling up cool weapons and tough dungeons. Then Herobrine swoops in with his spooky tricks, making every moment unpredictable. It's perfect for a long survival playthrough. You're building a base, hunting gates, and suddenly your doors open with a random item in your chest. Keeps you guessing. The only downside, Herobrine's antics are rare unless you push him with the shrine, so sometimes he's just a quiet stalker. But when he acts up, it's gold. Alright gang, that's my take on adding Herobrine to the solo leveling world in Minecraft. I've been having so much fun with this, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about it. If you want to try it yourself, grab Cromta solo leveling for 1.4 and from the fog. Links are in the description. Let me know in the comments what you think. Has Herobrine ever burned your base down? Or maybe you've got a cool job class to share. Hit that like button if you had fun, subscribe for more Minecraft madness, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay awesome, miners!